Here we go, camera on. Awesome. Good evening, good evening, good evening. We have people tuning in literally from all over the world. And we want to welcome you to tonight's intro to trading here within IM Mastery Academy. My name is Matt Rosa. I'm a Chairman 500 here within the company. I've been with the company now since November of 2015. And this thing has completely changed my life. And I'm praying to God that it can do the exact same thing for you. You see, during this time right now, a lot of people are tuning in. We've been having this call literally all day, right? 4 times, 11 a.m., 2 p.m., 5 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern time. People have been tuning in from all over the world to learn how it is that they can take advantage of 2 of the largest financial markets in the world. All right, so I hope that your quarantine time has been spent with your loved ones, extremely safe and extremely healthy, right? I'm excited to share with you guys what this business has done and why it is that over 20,000 individuals over the course of the past 30 days decided to make the conscious and cognitive decision to partner up with IM Mastery Academy and literally dominate the markets alongside with each and every single one of us. Right. So again, I've been with the company now since November of 2015. And when I first started in this, I didn't think that I could do something like trading. Something like trading actually intimidated me. Reason being is because I didn't study this growing up in school. I definitely wasn't passed down this information from generation to generation by any means. And maybe you're coming from a similar family where this wasn't just something that was predominant, right? I always thought that something like trading was only found on Wall Street. But what I learned, and you know what they say, is that accessibility to specific information could potentially change your situation. So I reached out to an individual and I learned all about what it is that we have going on. And since then, it didn't just change what it is that I do, but it changed my mindset. Because at the end of the day, we can't change what you do. But if we can give you access to this information, it changes the way you think. It's inevitable that you'll begin to change what it is that you do. So guys, let's talk about it, right? We're here to focus on 2 of the largest financial markets in the world. We're going to teach you about the educational platform that is cutting the learning curve for people all over the world. And we're going to teach you guys a 4-step process to streamline the learning curve. And then from there on there, we're going to teach you guys how it is that you can get the product for free, right? So let's talk about the 2 largest financial markets in the world. We're here to learn about Forex and the cryptocurrency markets. Forex is an abbreviation to the foreign exchange markets, guys. It's the largest financial market in the world. Roughly $5.3 trillion a day are traded in the foreign exchange markets. So you can wrap your head around this. It's about 10 times the size of the New York Stock Exchange, ladies and gentlemen. And the way it works is relatively simple. As a matter of fact, each and every single one of us, if you have your money right now inside of a bank account, your money is being traded in the foreign exchange markets. The only thing is you're not profitable off of it, right? And the way it works is relatively simple. Like I said, in the world, we have countries. These countries have a currency, and the currency has a value that's dictated by the economical situation. So things that are going on in the world, things like the virus are affecting the values of certain currencies. Things like special events like the Olympics or the elections. Things along the lines of whenever Trump speaks, or the price of oil and gas, different commodities, right? Even, unfortunately, things like terrorist attacks and wars are going to fluctuate the values of these currencies. And what Forex is, it's literally changing one currency for another. Maybe you've gone overseas from the United States to the UK. You had to exchange the US dollar for the Great Britain pound. Or maybe you're coming from Australia into Japan. You have to exchange the Australian dollar for the Japanese yen. Right? And back in the day, the only place that this was done was hand to hand. Maybe the currency exchange booths that you see in the airport, inside of banks, hedge funds, really big corporate entities. But we're part of the most socially connected generation that there's ever been. So we have accessibility to do so from the comfort of our phones and the comfort of our homes. Now, the second market that you guys are here to focus on is the cryptocurrency markets, guys. We've heard of Bitcoin, right? We've heard of Ethereum, but we've also heard a lot of cliches that aren't necessarily true. Like, hey, isn't that one of those bubble things? I don't know. Cryptocurrency seems risky, right? In my opinion, it's risky if you don't invest in cryptocurrency, because currently right now, all over the world, you're able to pay for your bills utilizing cryptocurrency. A lot of the banks are buying up a lot of the cryptocurrency. In an economy where the dollar is crashing, cryptocurrency seems to be sustaining. There's even individuals that are buying real estate with cryptocurrency, right? So you know what they say, you don't know what it is that you don't know. And our job here is to educate you guys on these two large financial markets. Now, I want you guys to think about what it is that we have here, like an extremely prestigious university. It's a learning platform. By no means do we take anyone's investments. By no means do we touch your money. If you profit, you profit. We don't profit. If you profit, you profit, right? Essentially, we're going to go ahead and we're not just going to make you money, but teach you why it is that you're making money so you can duplicate that process time and time and time again. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share my screen with you guys so you guys can literally see what it is that you get when you get started here within I Am Mastery Academy. Now, again, I want you to think about I Am Mastery Academy like an extremely prestigious university, the Oxford of trading, the Yale or Harvard of Forex, right? And just like anything that you study, whether it's law, whether it's medicine, you have prerequisite courses to go through prior to getting hands-on experience. So if you were going to go and study to become a lawyer, you wouldn't go straight to law school. If you were going to study to become a doctor, you wouldn't go straight to med school. If you were going to study to become a trader, you wouldn't just jump on the charts. Step number one, guys, I hope you're taking notes and writing this down. Step number one is that you're going to go through the academy. Now, the purpose of the academy, we have an academy for Forex, high frequency trading, which is binary options if you're on here and you've traded before, cryptocurrency, mindset courses, and even an e-commerce course that's going to be dropping soon, right? And the purpose of this is very, very simple, to teach you the terminology and the history of trading. Because once you get into the mentorship program that we have, I don't want you to be lost when we start talking about retracements, Fibonacci's, or Bollinger Bands, right? So I want to show you guys. Step number one, you're going to go through the academy. We have about 100 pre-recorded videos here, right? And you're going to go through these videos. The average individual is able to go through these videos 3 to 4 days. They're not very long. Shortest video range is about 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Longest one at around 15 minutes. Again, this is going to teach you the terminology and the history of trading. Check it out.
Welcome to the I Am Academy. In this video, we're going to discuss what is Forex. Forex, or FX, is short for foreign exchange. It is the place where you can exchange currencies from all around the world. Many countries are backed by their own banks, thus creating their own economy and currency. When traveling to these other countries,
so this video, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, you watch it, it explains what Forex is. And then from there, what's really cool is we're all about helping you retain the information and learning effectively, right? So we gamify the process. After you finish this, all you got to do is take a 3-question quiz in order to unlock the next video. It's going to help you retain what it is that you've learned, and it's going to make this entire process a lot more effective and efficient. So step number one is that you're going to go through the academy and you're going to learn the terminology and the history of trading. Now, step number two, in my opinion, really is the heartbeat of this company, right? By no means have I ever been an individual where you can give a video to and say, watch this, or give a book to and say, read this, and me really understand what's going on, right? I've always needed somebody to guide me throughout the entire process. I've always needed somebody to answer my questions effectively and efficiently. So what we've done here is we've created Go Live, right? Now, Go Live is a platform where we have over 100 different educators educating in about 5 different languages, virtually 24 hours a day. 100 different educators educating in about 5 different languages, virtually 24 hours a day. So we're here to accommodate every time schedule, and we're here to accommodate as many cultures as we possibly can. Somebody was telling me, well, Matt, I'd love to learn this information. He's actually on this call. He's like, I'd love to learn this information, but I don't speak that good of English. I would need to in Spanish. Well, we have it in Spanish. We have it in Portuguese. We have it in French. We have it in Czech. The list goes on, right? So with that being said, what we've done here is we've put together a ton of educators, and these educators are specifically educating on their respective field, right? Some of them are really good at specific pairs. Some of them are good at cryptocurrency specifically. Some of them are good at specific patterns, right? Because that's what trading is. Trading is being able to recognize a certain pattern, being able to predict what's going to happen next, and then from there, being able to find yourself in a profitable situation. Right now, it is 8 p.m. Let me see if my favorite educator's on. What's today? Today's Wednesday. Nah, he gets on at 11 p.m. But I'll show you my favorite educator specifically. One of my favorite educators, Mr. Christopher Derrick. He's been educating with us for roughly 3 or 4 years, right? What's really cool is if you're working in the daytime in the sessions at night, or rather if you're working in the nighttime in the sessions at night, guess what? It's okay. We got you covered. If you're working in the daytime in the sessions at day and you weren't able to make it, guess what? It's okay. We got you covered. We saved these sessions in the archive for about a week span. So you're going to have the opportunity to just go back and never skip a beat, right? This week so far, 9,490 individuals have tuned in to learn from Mr. Christopher Derrick. So I want to show you guys exactly what it is that he's going to be doing.
Check real quick. Open up.
Here.
Around this area.
So check this out. Watch this. This is what I was looking for. Right now, he's analyzing the markets in a live setting, right? And he's going ahead. If you look over to the right-hand side, this is the class that's interacting with him. He's explaining what it is that he sees in the markets and why it could potentially be a good trade to get in on. He's going to teach you the mindset behind why it is that he's getting in on this trade. He's going to tell you when to get out of the trade, when to get into the trade as well, right?
So you collected your first TP and hit your stop profit. Now what do? We update it. See, some people don't update their charts, so they forget about the potential of getting at the beginning of a longer term trend, while other people are scavenging and scavenging. You don't need to scavenge, you just update.
So right there, he's teaching us when to get into these trades, when to get out of these trades, why we're in these trades, what's going on in the world that is influencing these trades, right? Step number 1, you learn the terminology and the history of trading in the academy. Step number 2 is that you begin to find a mentor of your choice. These educators are currently on live right now, right? You begin to find a mentor of your choice and you learn from them on a hands-on basis. Now, step number 3, check this out. You see, one of the biggest cliches that I've heard about when it comes to trading, right, is that, Matt, you have to be on your computer 24/7, right? Don't you have to look at the charts at all times because something can happen literally in the blink of an eye? Well, in essence, half of that is true, but not all of it, right? You don't have to look at your computer 24/7. I didn't sign up for this, and 99% of the individuals that signed up for this did not sign up so they can look at their computer, look at their screen 24/7. No, we actually signed up to accommodate time freedom, right? To provide time freedom for us, for our families, so on and so forth. So what we've done here is we've created a series of artificial intelligence with algorithms that literally scan the markets for us all throughout the day, ladies and gentlemen. They scan the markets for us all throughout the day. So we don't have to spend all day looking for trades. But not only is it going to scan the market and give us trade ideas, but look at this. You see, when it comes to real estate, it's all about location. But when it comes to trading, it is all about timing. The difference between you getting into a trade 5 minutes early or the difference between you getting into a trade 5 minutes late is going to be the difference between you profiting or not. Right? And it's not only going to tell us exactly when to get into the trade, it's also going to let us know where our most profitable zones are going to be, exactly how much to risk inside of the trade. So you're able to predict how much you could potentially make and how much you could potentially lose per trade. That's right. I said lose, right? Because trading involves risk, and risk means potential loss. This is not a get rich quick. It's a get rich, but it's not a get rich quick. But if you are able to predict and calculate how much you could potentially lose or make before you get into the trade, it doesn't make trading risky. It's only risky if you're a risky trader, right? So we're going to teach you how to properly manage your account, and you can utilize this tool to go through the markets and find trade setups, when to get in, when to get out, so on and so forth, and find yourself in a profitable situation, right? So remember, step number 1 is that you began with the academy. You watch the pre-recorded videos, you learn the terminology and the history of trading. Step number 2, you qualify for our hands-on mentorship program, where we have over 100 different educators educating virtually 24 hours a day, multiple different languages. They're going to teach you exactly what it is that they see, why it is that they see it, when to get into trades, when to get out of trades, right? And you're able to ask them questions and get them answered right then and there effectively when you need it, right? And then step number 3 is that you're going to begin to utilize one of the artificial intelligence that we have here and that we provide, right? You then on out, practice what it is that you've been taught on your own. So what we're doing here is we're making the shift from a dependent trader to an independent trader. And eventually, if you want to be a dependable trader, we can talk about that. But right now, you're coming from a dependent trader. You're strictly dependent upon the educators. By the time you're at step 3, you have now become an independent trader, right? And then step number 4. Step number 4, copy, paste, and profit. Check this out. My favorite one is for the cryptocurrency. I'm loving Bitcoin right now. It took a massive dive and then recovered itself rather quickly. A lot of people actually made money on the way down because of this specific product. You see, the average individual has 5 to 6 different applications on their phone. The vast majority of which are social media, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. We spend so much screen time scrolling through our phone, where the vast majority of us are not able to capitalize off of this thing, in turn, turning this thing into a freaking liability, guys. I want to show you guys applications that you can download right now inside of your Google Play Store or inside of your Apple Store, right? And literally be able to profit from the comfort of your phones. So what we have here for this example is Swipe Coin. We have an application specifically for commodities like gold. We have an application called Swipe Trades for Forex pairs. And this one is for cryptocurrency specifically, right? We have 3 master traders on the back end, analyzing the markets all throughout the day. They're doing the research. They're looking at what's going on in the economy. They're doing their analysis on top of the charts. And then they send us trade alerts to this application. When we open up the application, we open up the notification, we receive it, we swipe right if we decide to take the trade, we swipe left if we don't want the trade. If we swipe right, it's going to give us the trade analysis. It's going to give us a video of why it is that he saw what it is that he saw. It's going to give us the coordinates of when to get into the trade, when to get out of the trade, exactly what it is that we should be risking. All we do is copy from one app and paste into an application called MetaTrader 4, which is where we execute our trades, guys. Copy, paste, profit. But you're not just going to do that blindly. Remember, guys, step number 1 is that you went through the terminology and the history of trading, right? In the academy, you learn that, you understand that lingo. Once you've done that, you've gotten to see it implemented and gotten the mentorship that's needed and deserved on Go Live, right? From the different educators that have insane trading experience. Some of them coming from Wall Street, some of them coming from within the company and moving up, right? And then from there on out, you begin to practice what it is that you've learned on your own on one of the artificial intelligence that we have here that cut the time that's needed to be staring at the screen. So by that point, you're understanding what's going on in the charts. You're understanding what's going on in the economy. You're understanding what's going on in the markets. And when these educators send us trade advice, all we got to do is confirm it based off of what it is that we learned and take the trade if we agree. Confirmation after confirmation after confirmation. That allows you to minimize the risk and maximize the profits, guys. Now, I want to teach you guys how it is that you can get started here within IM Mastery Academy because it's actually relatively simple. Let me stop sharing my screen really quick. So, guys, just like any prestigious university, there is a tuition, right? And that tuition is simple. It's $234 initial investment, and then $174 every single month after that. But just like every single university, there's a scholarship program. And the purpose of the scholarship program is to help you offset the cost of your education and get that education for free. So what we do is we give you the opportunity to qualify for 2 and free. If you introduce the concept to 2 people that you like, that you trust, that you care about, that you respect, that you love, that you want to learn how to trade, that needs extra time, that has extra time right now, that needs extra money, whatever the case may be, you're going to have the opportunity to get this monthly subscription now waived. That means that everything made on top of that is now profitable. And I think that each and every single one of us can agree that profits make sense, guys. Now, we've been doing these calls, like I said, 11 a.m., 2 p.m., 5 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern time, right? Sometimes as high as, just yesterday, we exposed over 1,500 individuals to this platform. And what we do is we give you the opportunity to invite somebody to hear about it on the next call, which is tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern time at this very link right here, right? So if you guys find interest in this and want to go ahead and share this and get this platform in the monthly subscription way, feel free to invite people. Now, we also give the opportunity to create residual income to fund these trading accounts so you're trading risk-free. But in order to learn about that, get with the person that invited you here and have them explain to you how it is that the company will pay you for sharing this platform. Outside of that, guys, I wish that you get with the person that invited you here, get answers to the questions that you have, because that's the only thing that's holding you back, right? Accessibility towards information that could potentially change your said situation or add on to that said situation. So with that said, on behalf of I Am Mastery Academy, we want to welcome you to the family and welcome you to the financial revolution. We look forward to seeing you guys. And hopefully tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time, this link, same times, 11, 2, 5, and 8. You guys have a blessed evening. Stay safe and stay healthy during this quarantine. Bye-bye.